Stalk Exchange is, Stalk Exchange is about flowers, and it's not Stock Exchange, it's Stalk Exchange. And that's kind of sets the tone for this one. It's designed by Christopher Ryan Chan, who's probably best known for designing Night Cage, and published by the Op Games. In this game, there's 5 different flowers, or stalks, and there is a Stalk Exchange, where you're going to be putting flower tokens on it. You have a secret flower portfolio that you have behind these shields that fall over a lot. And you have 2 actions. You're going to basically place tokens on this board, trying to form groups of flowers, or you're switching flowers with your own portfolio, changing basically how much stock you have in the stalks. You can even spend CD business tokens to get extra actions, although they're hard to get. There's an upkeep phase at the end where a group of flowers is completely surrounded. They'll score, and there's points for each of these flowers. The game feels particularly long and short at the same time. It's not a particularly long game. This box is entirely too big for how small the game is. And it's a bit unpredictable, especially with larger groups of players, because players don't have a ton of agency. At the end of the game, the highest value flower is going to lose half of it, and that's kind of But players can, the final players, the last people who go, are going to have a lot of say into how that works. It's a very pretty game, despite all the nonsensical puns in it. The components are really good. The Op did a good production here. It's easy enough to teach and play, but it feels longer and more expensive than games that do the same thing. Take Kenizia's Loco / Botswana. And it's not really a stock market game. There's no outside influences here. It's just what the players are doing back and forth. It's a little too loosey-goosey for me in that regard. The highest value can also be crazy. Like I said, it gives that last person too much power. And it almost feels like a kid's game, although I wouldn't recommend it for kids because at the end of the day, the game's a little boring. Stock market games have that tendency, right? They can be boring easily, so you need to add a little bit of excitement to them. And this one here feels almost like it's like we're all really relying on the puns in it and the prettiness of the pieces. The game itself, though, I think just isn't enough there for me. So this one, it's just not a great one. I did not particularly like it. I'd give it a 5 out of 10.